Hey, welcome back everybody. Alright, we are back in Path of Exile, and today we're doing a little more prep for Phrecia League. I played a little bit with the Herald of Purity Sentinels, and I didn't end up enjoying it. Once I had 8, it felt a little clunky still. So, I think I'm going to change plans, and I'm going to go with something that I was cooking up that I wasn't sure was going to work. Hey, how's it going, Chief? We're gonna switch over to a Herald of Thunder Surfcaster. And here is kind of what we're looking at. So, right over here I've got a pretty basic POV. You still have that int build. It should still be linked. Okay, so best bet there is... If you do you know how to use Path of Building is the first question. All right, so console can't use it. Gotcha. I do have it, but that's going to be an entire thing to go into. So your best bet is to go check out Palsteron's videos, because he's got a much better version of that build. And it's the same thing. It's a Marauder int stack, and he goes through all of the different items that you're going to need. Let's see, that is Palsteron. Oh, I don't know where the video is. But yeah, I would just look up Palsteron, and then in the past couple months would be where the video guide is. Alright. The plan here, though, is we're going to be using Ball Lightning and Herald of Thunder, and just going all in on Surfcaster. We're not going to go the crit this time, so no fishing rod. And we're going to go with enemies you kill are shocked, which is going to be the key to our clear. We're going to go cold damage can shock, of course, and convert to cold. We're going to go glacial wave, and we might go ghost to the deep, or we might go changing seasons. It's going to depend on if we can regularly chill ourselves with the storm secret ring. So this will be something we need to test. But today we're going to be testing this kind of how it's going now. I have had to change a couple things for the test. So in this, the only things we actually need are Storm Secret. That's the only thing that really needed to get the build off the ground. Right now, because we don't have the Surfcaster Ascendancy, we have to do things a little differently. So let's take a look at that. And what we're using right now to imitate the Surfcaster is the unique item that Surfcaster is itself imitating, and that's Storm's Gift. So enemies you kill are shocked, shocks you inflict spread. And the reason we're using this is because it pairs really, really well with Foulborn Barracks Respite. So the combo here is when you kill shocked enemies you kill explode, dealing 5% of their life as lightning damage, which cannot shock, but because enemies that we kill are shocked, it doesn't matter, it's going to chain anyway. So that's kind of the theory, which means the only thing we need for Cascading Explosion is this ring, which is a fairly common ring and not very expensive. So that's kind of where we're at. Today, we're just going to level this up and see how far we can take it. I'm mostly worried about making sure the damage is going to feel good going through maps, but we'll see how the tankiness feels as well, although that's going to change for the actual build because I'll be able to use gloves that aren't unique. But I think we're going to end up going CI on this build. And then I think it'll feel pretty good. And then we're going to end up going crit, and oh yeah, that's right, I'm not CI yet. Do I go ahead and go CI, actually? there a reason for me to not do that? Let's do that now. That does mean I should probably drop all of these, though. The 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. This does nothing for me now, so refund to this one at least. But I guess I could do this. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely want that. Kinda want 5% ES. Where else can we get ES? I guess we could go here, but I don't really want to do that. Right, I think we go back into our cluster. Okay. Now we're immune to chaos, which might end up hurting us for now. But it seems like we sustain, so that's good. Oh, I also thought about... Oh, I want to do curses, and I think I want to change that. Okay. Okay, good, good. And intervention is already full, so we don't need you. I'm glad you're gonna do this. I was really wanting to do hot auto armor, but nobody's really showcasing any builds. I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but it should be fun. I think once you get to a certain damage threshold, it's gonna feel really nice. And I've got it. I've scaled the POV up to, not the one I shared, because I don't think what I share or scaling it up is reasonable as a start. But I've scaled it up to 4-ish million pretty easily on the Herald of Thunder part. And that's aside from Ball Lightning. And Ball Lightning is going to be a pretty significant contributor to damage. But it's going to take some doing. We need a Shaper helmet, I think, in the end. We really pull this off. Let's release you. Why did my safe house go away immediately? Okay. All right, good stuff. Okay, good. Here we go. Yeah, we go. How's the defense? No idea. I think it'll be fine. And the reason is we're going to be utilizing... So we're going to be using Lone Messenger, which means we can't have auras, right? But we don't actually need any auras, because auras are mostly damage or defense, right? And Determination is the one we would want if we were going any kind of armor. But I think what we do here is we go pure ES, because I haven't done anything with ES here. Like, we have 1800 ES with these items, because I didn't do anything to them. Like, there are no prefixes on this. There's no helmet. I do have a Saintly Chainmail, so I guess there is the 436 from that. Nothing from the gloves. And no boots at all. So the theory is going to be go all in. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the Saintly Chainmail. It's neat, but it's, you know, 436 ES is not good enough. But I think one of the things we're going to do is we're going to end up going down here and grabbing this, because that's going to double the ES we get from our chain or from our body armor. That being said, defenses is kind of something I think about later, because I feel like if you can always scale a character defenses. Let's see, Tempest Shield, because this is what you're going to do is you're going to go Tempest Shield and Herald of Thunder. Heal it up here. You've got 20% mana left, which is plenty, and that's what we've got going on right now. Is we've got Tempest Shield and Herald of Thunder, and we can't do Clarity, so we have to solve our mana some other way, and there are a couple of ways we can do that. Yeah. And then we'll have to use, if we want endurance charges, we'll have to use a small cluster for enduring composure, which shouldn't be too bad. I guess if you ask how's the defense on hot auto bomber, you probably shouldn't play an auto bomber. That's not wrong, honestly. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm just gonna have to figure out. That being said, Glacial Wave should actually help a nice amount. But yeah, we're going all in on ES, we're going CI, and we are going block, and I don't know if we're going armor yet. Undecided. Yeah, that's something I'm going to figure out while we do it. And it's part of the reason we're doing this, is just to see how it feels. And with this setup, it's not too bad, right? Because we've got... It's actually really unfortunate we have to use Storm's Gift in the test, because having an armor ES piece here would be way better. And then we could double our ES from our body armor. I think that's it. Oh, our helmet's also really terrible right now. We should be able to hit 6-ish thousand energy shields pretty easily. I'm hoping to hit 10k, but we'll see how that works. I think 10k is going to require me to have some really good jewels. And the jewels I have in the POB are just double crit multi. There's nothing else on them. I don't think I'm going to make back to that. Getting a good recover on block shield is also going to be super nice. There we go. Okay. Upgrade all of that. Don't care about that. Okay. +1 rank for you. Least for you. Safe house. Let's see if we can even complete this with our level 74 character. They're just such good XP. Oof. What are you? Extra fire damage exposure. Gotcha. Didn't want to go there. Adaptive resistance is kind of the worst. All right, finally got it. Okay. Good stuff. Alright. I can't go rushing into the middle of packs. Not until we have a recover on block shield, which that's going to take a while. Or endurance charges. Or regen, maybe. Hey. Nightweave, maybe. Oof. Staying still is getting me killed. I'm also not sure I'm going to be able to finish this safe house with this character. We'll try anyway. Ooh. Okay.
You have become tangled in our tapestry, Exile. And I have experienced enough death. I You've earned a special place in God's heart, Phrecia. Fair. I have to give you one of my answers.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. That character is not going to be able to handle that. So, for the sake of the Syndicate Medallion, let's grab the other character. I really like this character. And no medallion. Let's see if we got anything else in here. All right. Not a whole lot going on there. Just a little more damage and we would be clearing out packs really easily. Oh, okay. I was like, where did he go? Okay.
One death. A fighter doesn't.
And we got a map.
Just need a moment to test my.
That's gonna feel so good when we get a little more damage. There we go. Okay. Okay. Good. Interestingly, damage is also going to help our survivability because we'll have leech. Or more leech. We already have leech, but we'll have more. Alright, we need to get out of here. Perfect. That's bad. Yeah. Couldn't leech. Alright. That is pretty terrible. Like, the lightning, fire, and cold is incredible, but the amount of energy shield we're getting would be... yeah, it would be bad. Unfortunate. Alright. We're gonna fail this this blight for sure. Please have only one path. Nope. Why would I have only one path? Okay, so let's put minions there and cold here. If it weren't for the bosses I have set up on here, it would be great. Yeah. Cannot deal with those bosses. I should unspec that. Like I should actually just unspec that because it's getting me killed a lot. Where is it? Yeah. This one is the problem. An entire lanes of blight bosses. Alright. Now let's finish out this map. That's, you know, taking us 20 minutes now. We also need a cluster tool. All right. We need a medium cluster. And it has to be mana while you have a Herald. There you go. And I need it to be... needed to be 5 passives. Maximum 5. Oh, that's an implicit. Or is it an enchant? There it is. Okay. 3 days ago, 4 hours ago, 1 month ago. Two months ago. I want to see what they were 2 months ago. Once people started hitting 84s, it was super cheap. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too bad. Okay. Go grab it, and then we need, of course, self-fulfilling prophecy. The easy way to do this, just to go crit here. Hold on. Target's not rare. I feel like the easy way to do this is actually just crit. One go. Wait, did I even do that? Yeah, I did. Okay. The first thing I care about is self-fulfilling. And then we can worry about everything else. Because as soon as we get a reasonable amount of crit, we take off, or we start building into crit. Right, I was gonna do coves, right. Right. Part of me wants to get a replica Dragonfang, because I know it's such a huge power boost early. But at the same time, I want to see if I can do it without it. I don't actually think it's the best choice later on. Ooh, that hurt. Okay.
I've seen your strength. Strong and reasonable.
Alright, let's see if this works any better now. Down a portal there and see if Cassie is any more reasonable. Watch her give me a long solo lane again, or this time. Alright, so lots of cold. Yep, she gave me one big lane. Alright, very tempted to go Blight early, based on that. Although, I'm gonna need, I'm gonna need Essence, but Essence didn't do great this season. So, can I pull off Blight Harvest? Seems like an odd combo. Or do I just go all in on Blight and I'll try and buy everything I need?
With this new power, this time I've got the upper hand. You'll never measure up.
Okay, good stuff.
A good strike, and a painful one.
Phrecia.
I'm
This
trying.
one rank for you.
I'm trying. Death's the end.
Perfect. I already have that. I don't need it. Okay.
This world isn't yours to conquer. Dance with the flame. Silent falls. Dream not.
Hey, we leveled up.
I'm going to lose.
I might not win this one.
I've almost got it.
No, maybe.
Oh, Reckless.
Alright, there we go. Don't really care about craft items. I already have ones I want. Hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Your leveling guide for this build? Not really. I'm gonna be winging it. In general, I'm going to level any shadow the same way. So the way I level shadow is poisonous concoction. And there are plenty of guides on leveling poisonous concoction or leveling shadow. And that those are going to be your best bets usually is rather than leveling up something for a build, level up for the class that you're doing. Ooh. Why not fishing rod? So, fishing rod is a really cool item that allows you to get crit, right? And it's really good. That's a really good shield for me. And it's really good for getting you crit. However, you lose a ton of damage potential just because you are not using a weapon. You also can't use a shield. So, you're losing a ton of defense, you're losing a ton of damage potential, and Herald of Thunder has little enough scaling options as it is. What we can do is, rather than going for the fishing rod, we can go the traditional route and use Self-Fulfilling Prophecy to get our crit up and still go crit, but just don't touch the fishing rod. Because we did fishing rod last time Phrecia was a thing, and we went, I think it was, I think we went Glacial Wave and Bated Breath. Like, those are the 4 we got. And it was okay. But you lose so much for not using a weapon. It's like even this, right? This weapon is giving us 200% increased damage and 30 crit multi. And a spell level. Oh wait, no, it's over 200 increased damage. Yeah. So that's why not fishing rod. We do not need it to get to a reasonable amount of damage. And we can get to a pretty respectable amount of damage early on. Honestly, the weapon I have is terrible and I need to replace it. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. But you know what we do? We could make... Yeah, we can use Breach for a lot of the items we need. Because ultimately what we care about is big defenses and big resistances. And except for boots, which need movement speed, and that's it. Okay. Release you. Do I want to do this? Nah. I should sell it though. I'll also go back on that map because I'm not even close to finished. What is plus 2% crit? What would I be using? I'm trying to think ahead a little bit, because if once we have self-fulfilling prophecy, we can actually drop the crit on Herald of Thunder for the time being and do something else, but I don't know what. 'Cause I don't want to go Ellie focus, because in Phrecia we're going to be using well, okay, trying to think about it, because in Phrecia we're going to be using hypothermia almost certainly.
That one did not deserve an honorable death. I just can't. That one did not. I must confess.
Ooh, that hurts. Oh, you know what I should do? Let's see if I can get some more regen. Maybe. What would I need for that? I suppose I do currently have some percent increase, or some percent mana, or percent life regen that I could be converting over. Okay. All right, let's do the breach, and then we'll do the blight.
Dance with the flame. Aid me. Proof against the swarm. For victory.
All right. Provisioning. There's what we want. All right. Self-fulfilling prophecy achieved, which means we can switch out crit once we back. Alright, we'll see if we get a branch off of that. Hopefully it branches off here. But it might go all the way up here. Okay, we're good. Honestly, we can just let it move up here. Let them bunch up a little bit. All right. And go in here. Nice. Okay. And I think it's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's go mess around with the tree and see what we can do about provisioning. Do I want a weapon? No, I think I want... Alright, so we refund that. And we want less dexterity, less strength. Refund those. Armor, body armor. Reduced, I think, life here. Increased chance for physical, nope. Increased chance for lightning. Alright, yeah. So apply that refund. And we want lightning instead. Refund this. I think we just go without there. Then increased defense.
Yes, just like that.
Oof. More chance for intelligence, less chance for dexterity, less chance for strength. Yeah, I did that right. All right. Oh well. Maybe next time. Oh, right. Totally forgot. We now have crit. Okay, so what do we use instead of hypothermia? Um, gain innervation when killing a shocked enemy with supported skills. Innervation grants flat lightning, lasts 8 seconds. Or flat lightning. I don't love that. Yeah, we're gonna be using hypothermia. Where's hypothermia at? Which is 20% more damage. Okay, I think the only comparable thing we have is LE focus at the moment. Which is annoying, but what we have. Yeah. What's it being hit by? I mean, the totem, but what about the totem? I guess I should use this helmet if it's any good. No, not really. Flask would be good though. Rude. That was a super rude time to ambush me. Okay. Honestly, could we manage a blighted map? I'm curious now. I feel like the answer is probably no. But I kind of want to try anyway.
Watch carefully, Exile. Just another body.
Yeah. Man, they hit so hard. Alright. We're gonna need to figure out defenses for sure. 'Cause this is not cutting it. Although the answer might actually just be let's see, it looks like we got a bunch of cold. This should be okay. If the lane only goes the one direction, like if we don't get one that goes off in this direction, we'll be really, really well set. Okay, so far so good. And it went the other direction. Because of course it did. Alright, we'll put you guys up here. Okay, good stuff. Oh, there's a boss over here. Hold on. Okay, good. Ow. Annoying. I'm guessing it was a bleed of some sort. Okay. Go down here and deal with these guys real quick. Okay, done. Oof. Yeah, the bosses are annoying. Oof. How do I make my defenses better? Alright, are we mostly good? Alright, are we done with bosses now? That would be incredible news. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're just after stragglers now. Would have been worse. Would have been much worse. Yeah, I don't care about that. All right. Chaos Orb, where else do we go? Okay, cool. All right. Seems very worth it. Maps. Oh wait, no, it would be here. Okay, basically two directions again. We only have one cold resistant. Okay. Excellent. Still in one direction, good. Still good, okay. There's the other direction, okay. Put my portal over here. Rude. Still rude. Okay. Go deal with these guys. Okay, done. Okay. Upgrade all these. Okay, that boss is down. Okay, last boss, hopefully, on this side. Okay, let's go deal with this over here. Alright. Need to focus on these. I think we empower ourselves. Looks like we're good. All right. Go ahead and clear everything back here out. Not terribly worried about any of that. Cobalt jewel, we need those. Okay, nice. Okay. I think that's it. There's another cobalt jewel here. So I need the cobalt jewels for crit multi later. Is that infusion? You know what? Couple of chaos is plenty to redo our weapon. Let's find a scepter. The scepter with level of lightning. Not socketed. Level of all. Lightning. Is it lightning spell skill? I think it's spell skill. I don't want that to be fractured. Okay. Yeah, so pretty early on, these were 3C. Let's go grab that. And then go to Faustus and grab Essence of Fear. Can I make that better? Not really. Let's see what we can put on here. I think Crit Strike Multi is going to be the thing that I want eventually. But I think this early on, the only thing we would actually want is lightning damage. Okay. That should pretty vastly increase our damage. I'm a PoE2 content creator as well. I just create shorts. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Alright. Let's see how this fares. Actually, okay, 784. I'm curious because average damage 784. Okay, yeah, so we went up about 1,000 damage per hit. Okay. Drop currency, sure.
Just who I was hoping to see today. Villagora demands many sacrifices today.
All right.
I choose a senior strength.
Release you because I don't want anybody to be neutral. Go do this lab real quick. Play PoE 2 because I played PoE 1 back in the day, but I might come back for Phrecia. Any recommendations for crazy weird builds for content? It depends on your content, probably. There is so many builds you can do. So like, Bog Shaman, can you get crazy high life stacking? If you want to go that route. You can go insane damage routes with things like the Whisperer, because you get attack builds that are like scaling off your mana, and they buffed it for some reason, even though it was the strongest already. So you can get pretty crazy damage numbers there. What else can you do? I think Ancestral Commander is still going to be insanely good.
I'm a man of limited talents.
Surfcaster is a silly one. The Surfcaster, you get a fishing rod, and you, as long as you're wielding a fishing rod, you always crit. You can take a pretty odd approach on a build. Lots of people, I think, are going Herald of Agony. Herald of Agony damage is pretty nuts, and since you don't need to invest much into it to get good damage, you get to invest a lot into defenses. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to finish this one. Throw our portal down. You're gonna cast on crit with fishing rod? You can. Just keep in mind you're giving up. You're giving up your weapon, basically. Weapon and shield. And then you'll have to get a fishing rod, which is not too hard. Just get a Fairgrave's Tricorn and defeat unique enemies. And then yeah, you can cast on crit. Scavenger is really good too. It's basically the Ascendant equivalent, or the Scion equivalent. And you can mix and match a bunch of stuff. All right, you can stay over here. The Servant of our Kali has a node that gives 50% minion chance to poison. So it's much easier to go for a poison minion build, if that is your style. What else? I'm sure I'm missing some. Subbed, much appreciated. Ooh, you can go strength stack as well. Oh, right, this is actually the unique item that everybody's gonna be crazy about during the event. So Whisperer will use Mind of the Council, because Whisperer has a node that gives them attack skills have added lightning equal to 6% maximum mana, and you can stack that with Mind of the Council. And it's pretty nuts. Okay. You don't know these items? Oh, okay. So there is an item in PoE 1 called Mind of the Council. And that is as soon as I find it again. This helmet right here. And the last line on it is attack skills have added lightning damage equal to 6% of your maximum mana. In Phrecia, one of the classes that is an ascendancy for the ranger is called the Whisperer, and they get intelligence provides no inherent maximum to mana, but you get plus max mana per dexterity. So you stack dexterity to get maximum mana. And then the next node is essentially the same node that is on, or the same effect that is on Mind of the Council. Which this has been buffed from 4% to 6%. And so you end up with attack skills get 12% of your max mana as added lightning damage. Yeah, so it's a mana stack build, or it's a dex stack build and a mana stack build. And then there's Don't Panic, which is 100% physical taken from mana, which helps you with your physical. Oh yeah, increases and reductions to spell damage also apply to attacks. Which, you know, is just another layer that you can use. Dexterity stack is skill speed increase too. It is not in PoE 1. In PoE 1, dexterity gives you accuracy and evasion. Okay. Okay. I have no desire to do this tower, but I really should. Okay, good. Okay. Ooh, I'm in trouble. Okay, not too bad. Okay, good stuff. Alright, I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Gotta run. Where are we running? Wait, was that a... I think that was the thing over here. Yep. Oh, I guess that was the right way. All right. I think we go over here and we go for another self-fulfilling. Ancient, I think.
You did it!
Just who I was hoping to see today.
Ah, so close. Okay. Throw this down over here just in case. Okay.
Ancestors, I do not wish to.
Okay. Go ahead and deal with the abyss. Okay. All right. Go chase after the abyss. We got a soul eater. It is awful for us. All right, yeah, we need to. All right, you can stay over there. Okay. Close to level though. Okay. Ah. Need to do something about getting one tapped. At this point, what is it though? You know what? Hmm. How much life regen do we have? Like none. ES regen we have 97. What if we did this? 165. Okay, and then I think the other thing we do is we go ahead and redo our helmet. So our helmet is not great. So we're at 78. Helmet. Instant buyout. Requirements max 78. Then energy shield. % increase local. Fractured. And these are going to be actually pretty crazy how cheap they are. I don't think I'm going to get a 90, or I don't think I'm going to get a 100, but I do think I'll get a 90. Let's do that then. Let's just like try to grab a 90. Yeah, here's a 98 2 months ago for 1C. And then I need to know what base I need. Let's see, Lich, Sunfire, Moonlit. Okay, so here's the Sunfire. Yeah, let's see the Sunfire. Then we do Essence of Woe. We'll probably have to farm on our own. Wait. Is this the right way to go about this? What is the natural energy shield I can get out of this? Hey, okay, it's pretty close. Alright, so I need... That's really good. That really hurts my resistances, though. Like, a lot. I think it's doable though. But definitely need fire and cold. Alright, well there's 5k ES. Out of my resistance is fair. Could be worse. We're down 3 and 2 respectively, which we can make up right here. I think that covers it, if only barely. Not too bad. That was, what, 2 Deafening Essence of Woe? Pretty huge. Okay. So that should help. That also brings our ES regen to 265. Okay, good. Much better. Almost like increasing your available hit points by 25% is good. Okay.
Branching Exile.
Just who I was hoping
Rude.
to see today. Then I guess it stops with me, huh? And the strongest remain.
I'm guessing I got bled. I don't know, some kind of damage over time was certainly hitting me. Okay. And we got a silo map out of it. Okay, excellent.
Taking it to the spleen, maybe.
This one's going to hurt, isn't it? Wait, let me think.
Okay. You get a promotion, and you... Sure, we can bargain.
Exile.
Your blood didn't look that curious last time. Face death. Again.
Okay.
I could offer you.
Place you. All right. Okay, finally get rid of you. Okay, good stuff. And then I kind of... I kind of want to go for endurance charges almost right away. Okay. Um, All right, I kind of want to do some tree things.
I welcome you.
And let's see. All right, we need the rings.
She will soon bear fruit.
Okay. We got a Foulborn Lahoop, which is honestly kind of good for us. If we ever switch off to a different ring or a different version of Explode. Which we might end up doing. This one's just gonna feel really good. But that's a really good Lahoop. Alright. Go do this silo. Okay.
There'll be no bargaining this time. Just you, Silent. Felled. The Syndicate.
Release you. Alright. Go do this Abyssal Depths. Well, not Abyssal Depths, but the Abyss. Okay. Oof, gotta get out of there. You apply Soul Eater. Oh wait, you didn't do the Corrupted Blood? Because the Corrupted Blood was the problem there. Well, Soul Eater's no fun either, so. Okay. There you are. Oh, we'll go ahead and do this as well, because why not? Okay. Go do these.
This world isn't yours to conquer.
Ooh, you know what? I just thought about it. I'm always going to want to have life regen converted to ES, because there's a really good chance that I do some kind of consecrated ground. And that's just 5% free regen.
God, foul enemy. Annihilation.
Okay. Then we'll do the blight. We'll do these and hope for the best. Oof. Okay.
Phrecia would have been jealous. Somehow I don't think you're hitting on me.
Not possible.
Okay.
Go on.
Upgrade Ashling.
Cross an old mate.
Become rivals. Sure.
Exile.
Intelligence. Perfect. Okay, good stuff. All right. How? Okay, so I feel like 500 is about the limit we're going to hit with energy shield on a on these types of bases. What is, if I wanted a helmet? Oh, 600. So 500 is really where I'm looking. I'm not gonna hit this level, but if I wanted to, that's probably where I could hit. What about armor? ES 400, and that's like best of the best. Is it worth? It is probably worth doubling my armor, or my body armor. Only bass increase on the mic. Sorry about that. It might just be because of how I was sitting. Also, sick name, bro. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter right now, because I can't do the thing that I want to try, which is using the 100% increased mastery. Because I think it's going to be super good. But I can't try it because we have to have the gloves that make us pretend to be a Surfcaster. And they're evasion ES. I could alter the Stygian, but I don't think that's worth doing at the moment. My amulet is pretty terrible, and I don't need the attributes, so the real problem there is the fire and cold resistance I lose. I can't easily make that up. I have to make that up on my shield, which means my next shield would have to be insane. Or my belt would have to be insane. Or body armor, honestly. Let's see. I think belt. I think belt is where we go next. So Let's see. We want a crystal belt. At level 79 is fine. Alright, level 75 is fine.
I'd consider that a win.
Okay, and then we do I think we do, let's see, belt is max life for minions. I think we do resistance because we need triple res. Fire cold. Fire, lightning, so close. Is that all my essence? It is all my essence. Which means we go... Ooh, we only have 2. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to buy more essence. I want... What are the odds somebody's actually selling like really bad essence of anger? There we go. Okay. Let's get 20 chaos worth of this. Okay, fire cold, max ES. I don't think I'd have an annul at this point. I suppose I could buy one, but that's a really risky annul. No. This is in the same situation I've done in block recovery. Strength, no. Fire cold, fire lightning. Fire lightning regen. Regen is a suffix, isn't it? Yeah. Fire cold. Alright, let's risk this one. Fire lightning mana. Flask duration is also a suffix. Here we go. I need to annul the regen. I'm amazed that this is as hard as it is. Okay, fire, lightning, ES. Unblock. Fire, lightning, strength, no. Fire, lightning, no. Fire, cold, lightning, 38 ES. There we go. Done. And no empty modifiers. Okay, now that puts us at less cold than we had before. I see, I see. It does actually put us at less cold than we had before. Do we have an abundance of lightning? We do have an abundance of lightning, so we could do... instead of lightning here, we go fire, cold. And that'll cover us a little bit. But not enough. Close enough. 84.94. I'm trying to figure out how we fit in a replica Dragon Fang. I think we have to redo the boots. We want the Dragon Fang. Do we have a Dragon Fang laying around? I usually do, don't I? Herald of Thunder. So, that puts our defenses at, honestly, not as bad as I thought. But it does mean we need to redo our boots. Which won't be hard because our boots are kind of terrible. Okay, so boots are... Give me fractured movement speed. Boot. Movement speed. Fractured. Minimum 20. Let's go 25. And for this version, I want sorcerer boots. Here we go. Okay. I think here we still go resistance essence. I need a good cold. Wait, do I need a good cold? Yeah, I need a very good cold. Alright, I think lightning to cold. 500 yellow we don't have. There we go. Fire cold. I kind of want another empty suffix though. How does this happen? I just want an empty suffix. It is possibly a good enough fire and cold that I won't need it though. Let's see, conductivity, tempest shield. Okay. 7290. That means we can change. No, we can't. There are a couple ways we can do this. I can do it with a jewel. Probably the easiest option early on. Just doing it with a jewel. Fire resistance. Now I need cold. Do any of these have cold resistance? I don't think so. Okay. Fire and lightning. You know what? That'll work. It's a really bad jewel, but it'll get the job done because that gets our fire res high enough that we can change this from fire cold to just cold. Okay, now we're good. Need one red. Okay. So with that, let's see. I think we can actually do this. and find ourselves another medium cluster. Adds at most 5 and increased damage while you're affected by a Herald. Non-corrupted.
Well, it's not nothing.
Make it rare. And critical. Perfect. Okay, that brings average damage to 11k. This is complete? Yeah, this is complete. Let's see how this goes.
I don't need God's help to smite you.
By the bargainer?
Okay. Guff, transportation, Elrion, transportation. Morale, release.
Surprise test of strength, Exile. Hope you're prepared.
Had I not, you should never anger an assassin.
Strong and reasonable. I like
Okay.
that.
Excellent.
Not all murders, Ari. Go on, Mark.
Okay, excellent. All right. I'm realizing that I need to get rid of that. I didn't realize I was taking 10% increased damage.
Gotta be honest. My heart wasn't in this one.
Alright, Leo. Done, and scarabs, sure. Okay, let's expand this out. It'd be so nice when Herald does enough damage to just do that on its own. Oof. Thought I was out of range. It seems I was incorrect. Okay. Alright, let's go fight the boss, and then we'll do the blight, and then we'll be done. Okay.
It's put out new mycelium. New roots.
Okay, still good.
It's branching, Exile.
Okay, still fine. All right. Huh? How was I bleeding? bleeding is kind of the worst. All right. Hmm. What else can we do here? I'm pretty happy with that performance. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that, because I think I like my plan of going with the 100% increased armor ES, and then having hybrid armor ES, helmet, boots, and gloves, and a pure energy shield armor, so that we can double that huge number coming from our armor. I think I like that idea. We'll see if I stick with it, but that I think is my current plan. We're gonna need Zealot's Oath, no matter what. I think in the end, we're going to anoint Spiritual Aid. Maybe. Well, I'm gonna have to think about this one for a little bit. Because that Spiritual Aid is only helpful if I'm getting minion damage somewhere. And that's not necessarily true, depending on my weapon. Because my weapon is where all of the minion damage comes from. Let's look at POB real quick. I've got Spiritual Aid right here, and it's a big chunk of damage, but it's basically just this. And that's not necessarily the best thing for me. Let's see, Scepter. We could get damage penetrate. Crit strike is not good.
Pack my things up, make some pissed off. Came back from being down.
Damage pen could be good.
Things up, make some pissed off.
Alright, minion damage is 208. Lightning damage dispels. Only impacts that. Damage pen sorrow is 80k. Increased spell damage will not work. Okay, it does work, but it doesn't work on Herald. Okay, so none of the other essences are any good. What does that mean? If I don't do an essence, and I just get a crazy good tier 2 increased cold damage tier 2 lightning spell. Oh right, and then I need crit multi. What did I have on this one? 33? It is effectively the same. If I did one of these up to 93, the 93 lightning, oh 89, okay, so 89, 93, yeah, this should be functionally the same. But it means we no longer need spiritual aid. It's just a much harder weapon to craft. I mean, spiritual aid is still the best choice early. What does that ES look like? So if I do this, then we have a, let's see, helmet, armor, energy shield, divine crown, just base divine crown, base paladin gloves. Oh right, we have minion damage here. And then base boots. Boots. Armor ES. All right, this is an extra 436 ES. What if we craft just a really good ES body armor? So Twilight Regalia, flat ES tier 2, flat ES tier 1, tier 2, add. That is enough on its own to put us at 5K. Interesting. So that increase doesn't seem to be multiplied by anything. I'm not sure that's right. I'm also not convinced this is worth. Okay, so exposure, we can move somewhere else, right? Yeah, we move the exposure over here. See, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because that little square bothered me. That's 119. We take that helmet. Do percent armor, yes. Essence of whoa. Or 898. Six 3 5. Trying to find places where I can save points. It's always a hard thing to do. I always want block. That energy shield wasn't super worth it. It doesn't have the same impact that this does. For sure. popped in and saw the clusters. You should pick up the spell crit nodes on the right next to Essence Reaver. Heralds. Heralds are spells, and they cannot benefit from spell modifiers. These don't work with Heralds at all. You can actually see it. So 1,027,000 doesn't change. It does benefit Ball Lightning, but it does not benefit Herald. It's a weird distinction because it's a... Yeah, so Heralds are spells, but the last line of their description, that blue text, says damage inflicted by this skill is not affected by modifiers to spell damage, which is spell crit chance, added damage to spells, increased damage to spells. All of that will not work with Heralds, which is very unfortunate. The only exception that I'm aware of is this one right here with the Shaper's Helmet. So Shaper's Helmet has a modifier that you can get on it that says socketed spells have +3 critical strike chance. This works with Heralds. It's a weird modifier. I think it's technically a modifier to socketed gems, which have the spell tag, instead of being a direct modifier to spells. I was thinking for Ball, most of the damage is coming from Herald on this build. It's about even until you start focusing. So this is without Lone Messenger, and it's about 1 million each. Once you grab Lone Messenger, you double your Herald of Thunder damage. And then once you switch over to a helmet setup, you drop, I think, Cold Pen and that for hypothermia. No, not hypothermia. This is going to be Cold Pen, right? Yeah. Yeah, so once you switch over to the helmet, which is this helmet right here, hypothermia, crit strike chance, and the more elemental damage essence, then you have significantly more Herald of Thunder damage, and you have to do a separate Ball Lightning setup somewhere else, which you can use your 6-link for. And then it just gets even better when you do, so instead of added lightning, you do awakened added lightning. Increased critical strikes, I think, stays the best thing you can get. And then Cold Pen for awakened Cold Pen. We never want to do LA Focus because we are relying on the chills from Herald of Thunder. Yeah, so those changes put us up to just under 4 million for Herald. And yeah, it'd be pretty nice. As far as attributes, should be fine. We're not going to have crazy attributes, but we need to pick up some dexterity and some strength on any of our gear. We have so much intelligence. Should not be a problem. We can grab these for 202 each. Puts us at 95. It's not too bad. builds always feel smoother maps. Yeah, and that's the plan for this one, because we're going to be using our clear is going to be relying on this ring, which is shocked enemies you kill explode. It's kind of like impulses, effectively. And then with the Surfcaster, this node right here on Surfcaster says enemies you kill are shocked. So basically every enemy we kill will explode, because when we kill them, they become shocked. And then it doesn't matter that our explode cannot shock, because when our explode kills something, it becomes shocked, and then we can chain. It's actually just a classic example of auto bombers, because it's the Impulsa and Storm's Gift interaction, but we don't need either Impulsa or Storm's Gift, which is great, because I hate Impulsa and Storm's Gift. I hate Storm's Gift a lot less than I hate Impulsa, but I really hate Impulsa. I'm pretty excited for this. I think it's gonna be nice, and my hope is we might be able to use changing seasons for reverse chill effect. We drop this and grab changing seasons. And then we say, am I chilled for bonus movement speed? Giving up your body slot feels really bad. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that for a lot of uniques, honestly. Like, there are so many uniques that I do not want to use just because they're not as good as, like, not even close to as good as rares. There are some that are good, but there are not many. I have heard that there is an interaction between changing seasons and glacial wave, where you end up giving yourself increased damage because of your chill effect. If that works, there's a real possibility that we start to try and get increases for non-damaging ailments. Like, this becomes way more valuable because of the non-damaging ailment addition. We get like 20% effective chill over here. We have the minimum chill 10% right over here. It should mean that no matter what, our chill effect is like, yeah, 15.6. League is going to be, I think I'm going to be rocking a Covenant for the added chaos, but I'll be able to turn the ES into Life with Bog Shaman, make it less bad. If I remember correctly, Covenant's not terrible. Like, it's not great, but Covenant is like 400 something, isn't it? Covenant. Yeah, 463. It's not great, but it's not bad. And 10% increased life on Bog Shaman is actually going to probably feel pretty good. I was tempted to go Bog Shaman, but I think the amount of people that want to go Bog Shaman and then go Wrathpith is going to be insane. Which is unfortunate, because I think anything that is going Bog Shaman with Wrathpith is going to feel awesome. specifically Foulborn Wrathpith. Oh, I need to do this. This has to happen. I'm going to do SRS with Foulborn. Nice. Wait, are you going Necromantic Aegis and Poisoner SRS? At least it's easy to self-farm from the tree. That is very true. It is easy to self-farm. I really like that Necromantic Aegis works the way it does. In that, like, you don't lose the benefits. Specifically, like, the way it works with Wrathpith. Because Wrathpith still scales off of all of your stuff. But the stats go to your minions. It's such a good item. But yeah, I think this is the plan. It's also super nice. So this is our damage, kind of. If we're able to pull it off, we can have this damage. But that assumes we can get all 3 ball lightnings down, which is hard. Unfortunately, I don't think Unleash works with ball lightning, which is a real shame because I think that would be really cool. Wait, does Spell Echo work? I don't think it does, but I'm gonna check. Let's see. Cascade does not. Unleash does not. And Echo does not. Unfortunate. Solid DPS for sure. Yeah. Hopefully it feels good. Hopefully it feels good. Also, hopefully it doesn't feel awful as far as tankiness goes. That we're going to have to figure out as we go. Block chance isn't terrible. All right, there is this one. I guess the other answer is if we drop Spiritual Aid, then we can go let's see, if we drop Spiritual Aid, we gain the ability to do something like As the Mountain. Which will be way better. Bismax hit seems like it's going to be an issue. Yeah. A lot of that is because the gear is all fake. Helmet has no prefixes. Gloves have no mods at all. Boots have no mods at all. The only thing that had mods was the Twilight Regalia. and the shield. But yeah, I agree. The Physmax hit is going to need some work. Let's see. We can do Fizz taken as on our Twilight Regalia. Let's see. Implicit. Wait. Cancel. Do Searing and Eater. Is it Searing that is Fizz taken as? Yeah, we do Fizz taken as Chaos. That'll help a little bit. And other than that, we just need to increase our ES because this number is way too low. And then we get... we'll find a way to get endurance charges. That'll help out a little too. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Endurance charges, guard skill, more ES. Fizz shifts on chest will help. Endurance charges if you can fit them in somehow. Chaining your CI and using Ulgraf for endurance charge on low life. We have fairly easy endurance charge. It's just passives are the issue. Because we can do, actually, we can do inexorable as well. But yeah, we do, usually you do something like enduring composure. So we do cluster, small, armor, enduring composure, add, and then replace like this. And because we're Herald of Thunder, we now have endurance charges. Just permanently. But now we're at level 99. So that becomes an issue. We'll figure it out. I have at least confidence in figuring out the defenses because we have room. Like it's not like we at this point are all in on damage because we have a nice amount of block. We have a nice amount of investment in energy shield increases. So we just need to round out everything else, I think. Should be fun. Alright, well that is going to be where we wrap up today. It's been a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to the Phrecia League. Unfortunately, I will not be posting this as a build. I just don't have time to put the video together. I will be posting updates over the weekend on how the build is going. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I won't be streaming on Friday. I will be streaming on Saturday. So if you want to catch up on where the build is on Saturday, I'll be streaming then. And I'll be posting a video this weekend as well on how that build is going. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a blast. And I'll see you all next time.